Welcome into the Toyota Winners Lounge for the DNVR Avalanche podcast powered by your Front Range Toyota dealerships. The Avs win Game 5, 5-3. They stay alive in the series and force a Game 6 back in Denver. First of all, that was a great hockey game, just on the whole.
Yeah.
Really, really fun playoff game.
True.
Enjoyable to watch.
A lot of good back and forth.
Yep.
Desperate teams trading haymakers.
Yep. Avs coming out on top does help a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but it was a really good game.
Yeah, otherwise I would not be wearing sunglasses.
Be a different podcast.
Yeah,
at
these
that
sunglasses are for winners only.
point. Let's hit the 60-second rundown first. Felt like the Avs played a pretty good first period at 5-on-5, but ultimately they do relinquish the first goal of the game off of one bad turnover. They're able to get it back at the dying second of the period, thanks to a power play goal from Arturi Lehkonen. Second period, kind of the same. Felt like a pretty even period, honestly. Like we said, two good teams going at it. Both teams are able to pick up a goal in the period to keep it at 2-2. Cale Makar, the guy to get it done once again for Colorado. The Avs end up winning the special teams battle 2-1 in this game. Huge for them to win the special teams battle. And then the Avs kind of just took over and did what they needed to do in the third period. Casey Mittelstadt gets them on the board early in the third. Makar adds another one to make it 4-2. They do give one back to Dallas, but ultimately it's Nathan Mackinnon to get the insurance goal to finish things 5-3 for Colorado. A lot to get into here. I want to start here. The Avs played well today, but I don't think they played their best.
I think that's pretty good hockey.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I agree with AJ, but I agree with you. I think there's another level. I think they got another level for sure.
I hope
Might
so.
see it Friday, you know.
I hope you do. We'll see when we get there, but ultimately, the Avs showed that they are, in fact, a quality hockey team that can get the job done. It starts with your top guys. And we'll get to one of those top guys later, but I want to start with, a little bit out of order, MacKinnon and Rantanen. I don't think either of those guys had the A game.
Nope.
MacKinnon obviously scores an important goal for you late, but he ends the night with 2 shots on goal. There wasn't a ton of amazing hockey from them. Not saying they played bad. I think it was miles better than it was in Game 4.
Yeah.
But it's really those guys to me where those two, it feels like the Avs' best forwards still haven't fully popped off yet.
Yeah, and even with that said, crucial plays from those guys.
Definitely.
You know, Mikko Rantanen bullies Joe Pavelski. A goal is scored right after that. I know Eric will get into that at some point. Nathan MacKinnon, honestly, really nice little saucer pass on Lehkonen's buzzer beater goal.
Yep.
And then the 5th goal.
Yep. I'm not saying they didn't play well. I just think there's more there.
Of course. There's more beginning to end. But also, there's another team out there that's very good
true.
defensively.
That's very true.
And it's not like those guys are going to go out there and just rip that team to shreds and they're going to have 5-point nights. It's just...
It'd be dope if they did.
It would be.
You can't go into it expecting that.
They would very likely win that game, but it's just we can't look at that. This 2 points for Nathan MacKinnon tonight. I'll take it. 2 points for Cale Makar. I'll take that.
Yep, for sure.
Mikko Rantanen, I think, only finishes with the one assist, but that's so much better than what it was.
Yeah, and those are the guys that will carry you. We talked about it before. Everybody's talking about it. The cream rises to the top. I think you saw that tonight, with Makar versus Lehkonen. And that's why I agree with you that you haven't seen the Avs' best yet, because I do believe that Nate and Mikko, awesome play. Nate, that saucer pass, I saw the different angle at the end there. What a freaking play that was to Lecky there.
I kind of worded this wrong, because my point that I wanted to make isn't that, the Avs stars can play better. My point is, if your stars are just engaged, if your stars are playing well enough, the Avs can win games.
Well, you saw it tonight. But what I'm saying is, and I know there's another level. That's why I'm saying I agree with you. Like, there is another level for Mac, and I'm not saying it's easy, I'm saying that, but he does stuff that we always say, man, that was out of this world, right? You know what I mean? So that pass is awesome. He gets the 5th goal.
I mean, we'll
Mikko,
get to that shit. Guy in the back end when we start
That's
talking about that.
You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel that there's still a little more. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we saw it in the first round, and now you're, a few games that you didn't really see. But tonight, I'm satisfied with that. Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what? They make big plays tonight. The Avs win the game. This is not negative. I'm saying there's another step. There's another level. They got another gear, and I think Dallas, if they see that other gear, is going to struggle because they'll be like, holy, like Winnipeg did, like holy bananas. What is going on here?
Holy bananas is well said.
Yes, thank you. I like bananas.
Do you like banana pants though?
They're good. Those are adorable. How dare you, sir?
Eric, I want to ask you from a player's mindset. Did the Avs get over a little bit of a mental block in the third period of this game? Because, I know you try to block out the noise. I know it's try to be one game at a time. But you were talking about 220 minutes without a lead in this series?
Well, you could say all you want. I think I heard Cale say it this morning. He's like, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you don't need the lead to win. And he's right,
They did it once in the series.
Yeah, but holy bananas again. Like I'll say bananas. Like, I mean, it makes it so much easier when you saw it tonight.
Yeah,
you saw it tonight. It opens the game up. It creates more chances or wide open chances for Mack or guys like that. It is a different game when you are winning by 1 or 2 than if you're chasing the game. It is a totally different
So not even
game.
like a mental block thing, just the shape of the game thing.
But I think they went over it a little bit tonight, saying like, oh, okay, wow, let's get that freaking first goal. Instead of saying, it doesn't really matter. No, it does freaking matter. Again, you're going to tell me tonight they didn't get it and they won. I know I get it. I get it. But I still think scoring first and taking leads is a better recipe.
Makes your life easier. It just does.
It's just a better recipe.
It does, but the big thing is you don't get down multiple goals.
That's true.
Yeah.
They keep it within one.
You get into a rock fight, which always gives you a chance.
Yep.
It never gets to more than one goal on the other end.
Yep.
You're never chasing the game that badly.
Yep.
Because we saw what happened in the third period when the Stars had to chase the game, and
They couldn't do it. It was spooky, but they couldn't do it.
Wasn't for so long that it was a multi-goal lead, but still, you do. I think that's I don't worry so much about scoring first so much as I worry about not getting down
Just
2-0.
keeping it close.
Getting
That's fair.
one of the first 2 goals.
Sure.
Fair.
That's where
I like that take.
that's going to be my primary concern, if only because for 3 years now I've watched the Avs give up the first goal in playoff games
I think someone posted
so many times.
If you go back to like the middle of the Cup series, it's 19 games and they've scored the first goal 3 times.
Yeah, well,
I don't get it. I don't.
Even the St. Louis series, you look at it.
Yeah.
St. Louis was constantly scoring first.
Yep.
I didn't say it's do or die. I'm saying, God damn, it makes it so much easier.
Definitely.
Because look back at it, every time they scored the first goal, I bet you the record's probably amazing. I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but
All 3 times.
all 3 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
And again, we make fun of my no-nos.
Actually, I know
mean,
it's not all 3 times because one of them was game 1 against Winnipeg.
Oh yeah, yikes.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I'm saying the last 3
2 and
years. I was saying the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And then again, there's a no-no. You give up a goal with 0.6 seconds in an
that's a no-no from
elimination game.
Dallas,
That's a
for sure.
freaking no-no, man. I don't care what it is. That can't happen.
Yep. And again, we're kind of going to go all over the place here, but I want to jump off from that. The Avs ultimately win the special teams battle in this hockey game. Guess what? Both of the Avs wins in this series, they won the special teams battle. It's not rocket science, man. Not particularly complicated.
What? Chuck.
You got to take advantage of your opportunities, and the Avs did that effectively in this one. We'll say that PK goal they gave up was not great. Wasn't my favorite thing in the world to watch multiple Avs standing at the red line.
Yeah, tough one.
Well, you give up a 2-on-0 on your own penalty kill. But
Shocking because the rest of their PKs were pretty
yeah,
good.
they were fine. That one, they just fell asleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad. It was so bad.
Give credit to them, though. They freaking see it and they go for it.
Yeah.
Like Pavelski
For sure.
and
I give
Heiskanen.
no credit to them on that. That's free.
No, well, it is free, but when you see the guy sleeping,
You step on
that's
the gas.
when you steal his hat, right? On the
Yep.
plane or whatever it is. You cut his tie. If you fall asleep on the plane, you get your tie cut. They saw it.
What did this turn into?
Is that how often did that happen?
Yeah, how many ties have you cut?
Oh, back then,
How many
everybody
free
fought.
hats do you have, sir?
Guys would cut your ties all the time. Yeah,
That's
that's when
crazy.
you used to wear ties. You don't wear ties anymore.
Thankful for that.
I hate ties.
Me too. I don't want to not give any credit to Dallas either. Again, that's a really good hockey team.
AJ doesn't.
The Avs went out there and beat a really good hockey team.
Yo. They were great in this game. I'm just on that goal. The Avs gave that to them. That's it. That's
I'm
free
comfortable with that take. You're an NHL team. You better score on a 2-0. I'll put it to you that
Rewind
way.
it. Don't
They
flip.
didn't later.
I know.
The one with Duchesne and whoever, I think it was Pavelski, they
Yep.
did not score on that 2-0.
Made a big
Go
difference.
back. Go
Whoops.
back. Don't give it to him. But don't flip the puck in the stands.
Yeah, that penalty was rough.
Yeah.
It's not a good penalty.
Oh, I hate that rule.
Can you forgive him because it's Devon Taves and we have no idea how healthy he actually
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
No, you're in a game. You're in a postseason game.
You gotta make that
expectation,
play,
the
yeah.
expectation is that you perform.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that certainly in that situation, that's too easy of a play to be messing up.
Yeah. And I know that there was a lot of like, oh, he could just skate this out, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah. You just have to flip it into the wall. You can't flip it over the boards. That's it.
He doesn't know where that pressure is behind
Do
him.
you imagine if there was a hockey player with an eye in the back of his head? He'd be so good.
Man, I think
Cale
we saw it with Peter Forsberg, right?
About as close as you can
That
get.
guy,
dude.
that guy
Yeah.
had 360. He was like an owl. Just turned his head all the way around. His vision was just,
It was unreal.
It was
That
otherworldly.
Jofa bucket. That's why he had a camera. In
That's
the back.
right.
Had
Yeah,
the
they
little,
didn't know
The
that.
O in Jofa was an actual camera.
You guys didn't know
Nice.
has the little mini screen in the visor. Love it. You love it.
Google Glasses.
that. It's got to be someone
Really
in the league
early
that has that
rendition.
right now. That'd
Yep.
be awesome.
But getting back to tonight, again, I know we're kind of talking about broad concepts here, but after what Game 4 was, the broad concepts are what make the difference. The Avs went out there and they went to work tonight.
Went to work.
It wasn't perfect. It wasn't a full 60 where they dominated all the battles. Dallas
Yeah.
won some of them too.
Dallas had moments where they were awesome.
But
Oh, yeah.
the Avs won a whole lot more battles than they did in Game 4.
But the Avs battled through those.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't let it turn into an avalanche. Like they didn't let it turn into. It wasn't one goal turned into three. It wasn't a bloodbath.
Yep.
Where it felt like, oh God, in 6 minutes the game is. You're now really chasing this game. It was the whole game was a battle for both teams, and it was the first time that the Avs made the Stars work for
Yep.
60 minutes. They made them work.
Yep. Just true. Just true. It had been too easy at a lot of times for Dallas in this series.
Yep.
Honestly, that power play the goal they scored was probably too easy, but it didn't, as you said, it didn't turn into the Avs going away for 10 minutes.
Yep.
So
Because especially after that goal got scored, you saw Dallas pushed.
yeah, for sure.
They got big confidence off that goal
Yep.
and pushed,
Yep.
and it led to nothing. The Avs continued to battle. They continued to work. They draw a penalty with 90 seconds left in the period, and
It comes through for him.
yeah, full credit to Nathan MacKinnon on this because with 10 seconds left, I was like, come on.
Yep.
They get it back. It's 4 seconds left, and he's picking up the puck off the wall, and I'm like, ugh, you really got to make up. Somebody's got to be
Tick-tock, yep.
screaming at you about what time it is, and he
Yep.
makes an awesome play, and they fall asleep on Lucky.
For sure. He's
They
just
fall
sitting in the
asleep.
middle of the
How
ice.
in the world? With 4 seconds left, a guy's picking up a puck off the wall. How in the world do you allow?
There's
We're
one-
talking about situational
One
awareness.
place where that puck can't go right now. Yeah.
You let him shoot that over doing what doing what he did.
Exactly.
You don't allow that pass. That's crazy pants. Situational awareness, guys.
No.
Yeah, it's
no,
a
no.
huge no-no.
For sure. On the back end, credit to Georgiev. I don't think he played the greatest game of all time or anything, but he was better than the guy across from him, like Eric always says. You
That's
beat that guy, you win the game.
He was better. than
Georgiev
him.
got the job done.
870 versus 815 or whatever.
Yep.
Awesome.
Mission accomplished as far as that is concerned. Over 200 likes. Let's do the Dr. W winner shots here, boys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate y'all, chat. Thank you for the 200 likes. Woo.
Wow.
On to that note, we are brought to you by the beautiful shades on AJ's face. Go get yourself some Shady Rays today. Of course, we love Shady Rays here. They're amazing sunglasses that you can get 35% off any of their polarized sunglasses options when you use code DNVR. Tons of different choices to choose from. Rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, whatever option you want, they have something for you, ranging from what AJ's wearing to you can get the like biker shades. You can get the Macho Man Randy Savage ones that I have at home. Tons of great options. But the coolest part is you don't like them, you lose them, or you break them in the first 30 days. Go replace them. No questions asked. Completely for free. So go get with Shady Rays today. Go get your sunglasses. And at very least give them a try, since you've got your 30 days to test them out. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Head to shadyrays.com, use code DNVR for 35% off all polarized sunglasses, and go give a try to some of the best shades out there today. They even have prescription sunglasses if you are a person who does need those. So go check those out too. What'd you say? Oh, yeah, well, let's get him any pairs of glasses that we can possibly find so he can read anything.
What?
Then we're also brought to you by the fantastic folks over at ClutchBet. They have the most unique bets out there for anyone betting on Colorado sports. The hometown teams, both the Avs and the Nuggets. Of course, Rockies, too, who are on a heater, apparently, right now. Bet you could have made pretty good money on that. 7
in a row.
It happens. For Avs fans, ClutchBet is currently offering a $5 bonus bet for every game the Colorado Avalanche win during the Stanley Cup playoffs. So that's up to 6 now. That would be $30 of bonus bets. To be eligible, simply place a futures wager of $25 or more on the Avs to win the Stanley Cup, and ClutchBet will take care of the rest. Go get in with it. They have a ton of other amazing deals on the NHL as well, including insurance on all first goal scorer bets and NHL parlays throughout the playoffs. New ClutchBet players are eligible to receive a 100% first bet match up to $250 in bonus bets with code DNVR250. So download the ClutchBet Sports app today, and I can speak. And be sure to keep an eye out for other great promotions and offers for the Avalanche, Nuggets, Rockies, Broncos, and more. Of course, you must be 21 or older, located in the state of Colorado. Gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you or someone you know needs help. Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast. Let's get into the 3 stars of the game, the guys that helped make the difference for the Avs to force a Game 6 here. Starting with star number 3. That ends up being Casey Mittelstadt. Scores a big goal to give the Avs their first real lead of the series. Now, don't get me wrong. Casey gets a little bit lucky on this goal. It's a great play by Parise on the other side. Casey's shot hits the post, goes off of Ottinger and in, but he's still in the right spot to make the right play. And maybe more importantly, it's everything else Casey did in this game that earns him the 3rd star spot.
Well, when you do the right things, you get rewarded. That's it. I think he's done the right things for the last 6, 7, 8 games, whatever it is. They're in the playoffs.
Yep.
We were asking for more from him, right? We said we need more from him offensively, meaning like you got to get on the board, especially if Mack is not getting on the board the last few games, right? So he does get on the board. Here's what I like about his game. Smart player, but I think he gets at that blue line with so much confidence that it's a different look. It's not Mackinnon coming at you 100 miles an hour. It's not Miles Wood or company, getting it deep.
There's a whole lot
you know
more
what I mean?
of this going on
it's
with Casey.
It's a lot of deceiving shit that it makes you like, if you're a D, you're like, and if you bite,
you're gone. Yeah.
And that's why I like his confidence. I like what he brings at the blue line. Again, he commits 2 turnovers next game, but it hasn't happened. He's got so much confidence that he does protect it the right way. And he's not the fastest guy, but he's so smart and he thinks quick, right? He thinks the game quick. So he relies on that and he creates a lot coming in at the blue line. Out of nothing, he creates something. That's pretty, again, that's a lucky bounce. But again, he created a lot of stuff tonight. Like you said, that line just kind of had a great night, right?
The finish is a lucky bounce, but all the play leading up to it is great hockey.
Freaking
including-
Parise. What a freaking tip.
What a play by Zach
Yeah.
Parise.
Yep.
Very intentional.
Sticks that
Lowers
across.
the
yeah.
stick. You can see the stick come down
Yeah.
as he's waiting for the puck to drop a little, and then tries to bat it in, just misses, and Mittelstadt finishes it.
Yep.
And that's the shift that Mikko just plows over Joe Pavelski.
Yep.
And being big mad about getting bullied, he goes after Mikko, takes himself out of position.
Yep.
You go and watch it. Joe Pavelski hurts the Stars in that because he gets pulled out of what he needs to be doing just because Mikko ran him over.
And that's what it does when you get involved in the game. Mikko does he get a point there? Doesn't get a point in that play, right?
I don't think he got.
But he
one.
got,
I don't think
but he
that
got
one.
involved. He got involved.
Yep.
Shit happens. They go after you. They do this. They do that. Next thing you know, the puck's in your net.
But this kind of represents what I really liked about Casey's game. I know we're talking about Mikko,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Casey went to work in this game. He wasn't afraid
Yeah.
to go into the corners. He wasn't afraid to win puck battles.
Sam Girard gets the secondary assist on that.
That's crazy.
That's fun.
But you know what about Casey too is I was watching his interview this morning. I was watching him, watching his demeanor on the ice. There are a couple of whistles, like ESPN had the camera on him. You know, he looks like he's got some swag. You know what I mean? I think he's got some confidence. I think he's got a belief in
He believes
himself.
in himself for sure.
Yeah, and that's important. I think that's how you perform in playoffs, right? I mean, you got to have, first of all, elevate your game, but you got to believe in yourself. And I think he's believing in himself. So it's fun to watch. It's a good sign for the future for the Avalanche with Casey Mittelstadt.
With Mittelstadt, we came into the game, Stars got to show up.
Yeah.
But also you need help.
Yep.
You need help. If you're gonna need to score 4 goals a game to win a playoff game,
They're not all going to come from the
exactly.
Stars. Yeah.
And your top power play unit gets you 2.
Yep.
Gets you into a 2-2 game. You need something. And Mittelstadt is where you start with the something.
2C.
So, and that's a great play by all of them. I also think it's a good job by the coaching staff to finally move Rantanen away.
Yep.
And you see a more balanced attack.
Let's be honest, that second line was dominant for the Avs tonight.
Yeah, it was much better. It was their best line.
Yep.
At 5v5, their best line.
So, it worked.
Yep. And I don't think that's a coincidence. The Rantanen thing might have been a game or two too late. We were talking about it.
Yeah. It got done, though.
Yeah, and the success that they had.
You're definitely running it back for Game 6.
Yeah, and it's not like that. It's not like Rantanen and Mackinnon didn't also play plenty together because they did.
Of course. Bednar's always going to look to get them out together.
Exactly.
For sure.
But that's the different dimension that Casey Mittelstadt can bring. The Avs are a lot harder to beat when they've got 2 lines that are really,
Running. Yeah.
really strong like that. And for the record, their third line was fine.
Yeah.
It breaks even.
No problem.
It doesn't score again. I continue to say Ross Colton can't be your most talented goal scorer on a line, and with Miles Wood and Yoel Kiviranta,
He is by quite a bit.
Yeah, by quite a bit. You're not kidding. So there's not a lot of playmaking ability in those two, but there's a shitload of hard work.
Yep.
And there's plenty of want to and physicality, and that line continues to will itself
Yep.
into
Puts itself in the offensive
into
zone,
effectiveness.
yep.
They
Yep.
continue to work their way into causing Dallas problems. They're not getting run over. The fourth line barely plays. Yakov Trenin leaves early in the
you
game.
basically can't play that line
Yeah,
without
and then
him.
the
so.
line barely sees any ice time
Yeah.
after that. So
Yep.
that'll probably be if Trenin doesn't go for Game 6, I'm assuming it's Chris Wagner. I don't know why you would go with anybody else at this point.
I don't know either. For a fourth line that's going to play 5 minutes for you anyway.
Exactly.
like-
That's just a plug and play.
Yeah. All right, on to star number 2. This one, the short, hardworking king himself,
Yeah, and this wasn't just about the goal that he scored.
which was great. Kind of
Yeah.
a big deal, but
He also picks up an assist. Cool. He also, at the end of the game, that power play with 3 minutes to go.
ridiculous diving
With
poke check.
that
yeah.
Rantanen put them on, unbelievably stupid penalty by him.
Yep.
You just made it 5-3, and you open up the door for another comeback possibility there. And
And Lucky sells out for you.
yeah, like he's a diving sweep of the stick,
Yep.
gets it out of the zone. In the second half of, I'm not sure how much time was left on that power play, but
Not a lot.
Somewhere around
all
a
of
minute,
it mattered because all you needed to just get through that. Even if you were to give up a goal, you needed to get as late into it as you could. So, and that was a great clear. Some not great. He was part of the fiasco
PK shit, yeah.
The fiasco on the PK. That's his guy. That just beats him.
Yep.
That creates the 2-on-0. But that diving play on the other side of it is
Made up for it a little
fantastic
bit,
work.
yep.
It's fantastic work.
And he gets a penalty. That was a horseshit call.
Oh, that call was so
I'm
bad. That
ignoring
call
it.
was so bad.
I'm completely ignoring
Yeah.
that he got called for something that is
was
not a
bad.
penalty.
And what happens? The Avs pick him up. They kill that penalty. He comes out and he assists on McKinnon's insurance goal to make it 5-3.
Yep.
Listen, this guy is just clutch, right? He just elevates himself and do or die game. That's a do or die game tonight.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If guys like that don't have their best game, then it's over. So you can always count on that guy. It's awesome. Put him as second star next game again. He's fine. He's gonna do it again.
He just lives there. It's his favorite spot. P.S. Everyone go tweet at D-Line.
Yeah. Go
Good
tweet
stick
at
lucky.
DLine, good stick Lecky.
Yep. Nothing else. Don't say
don't-
anything else. Just say good stick
Just
lucky.
good stick Lecky. If you guys want that shirt, that's how to do it.
Yep.
You got to show the demand for it.
And our number one star,
He doesn't listen to me.
the man from the stars, Cale Makar, picks up 2 goals tonight. It has the superstar level performance that the Avs needed out
Yeah.
of somebody.
Yeah, and the first goal is just an incredible shot.
Yep.
I mean, you look at Jake Ottinger as he's moving. He reacts not at all to that puck. It's a great screen, which
Yep.
when we were talking about, the quality, you think that's a quality scoring chance?
No.
No. But you take the goaltender's eyes away, you put Cale Makar on the other end of it, it damn sure becomes one.
And
And it's a perfect shot.
That's a low quality scoring chance is a bit more quality when you put it top cheddar right in the corner.
As
It's a
you're
perfect
moving,
shot.
Yeah.
As you're
Right.
moving and your blades are going this way,
Yep.
the other way, that way,
Now his
this way.
other goal is straight garbage from Jake Ottinger.
It's bad from Otter, but
It's a
such
beautiful move from
Yeah.
the blue line.
amazing
Yeah.
play from Makar.
for Makar to create the space to get that shot on net.
That's
at
a
all
muffin
is-
goal. That's a muffin goal.
It is. And that's the difference between.
That's it.
Did Alexander Georgiev give up a freebie?
Nope.
A true freebie?
Nope.
Not tonight.
You have a turnover behind his net.
That's holy shit. That was
I
bad.
forget the second goal.
That 2-0, right? That
Oh yeah,
2-0.
two
Yeah,
a
the
literal
2-on-0.
2-on-0,
Yeah.
and then a puck tipped at the top of the circles. Nothing he's doing about any of those.
I guess.
It's a tip puck, man. What are you gonna do? Anyway,
My only annoyance, you know what? Who cares?
we're not here for that.
Yeah,
We're
who
here
cares?
to pump up Cale Makar.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Cale Makar rules, and that was what we were talking about. We were talking about Miro Haskinen's kicking your ass, guy.
Yep.
And that
Cale
second,
Makar said, "Not tonight, buddy."
the second Dallas goal, Miro Heiskanen is the one that jumps into that, and he gets that goal.
Yep.
As my voice squeaks. And Cale Makar was like, all right. All right. I guess it's my turn.
There's a bug in their helmet. They're listening. And when we ask for Mac to make a big play, what does he do? Makes a big play. They're listening.
You're welcome. All friends of the show.
We
Max
should.
called you a boss, by the way. He's like, AJ looks like a boss.
Well,
BOSSSSSS.
Max is a boss for knowing that. Real recognize real.
BAWSS boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, BAWS.
Yep.
Boss.
Look, we get to say this way too often with Cale Makar, but he's just doing stuff that is from another planet. He's the 4th fastest defenseman ever to 20 playoff goals.
Yeah. Past
Bobby
Duncan
Orr.
Keith tonight.
Yep.
Past Drew Doughty. I don't
pretty
know who
good
else
dudes.
he passed because I only looked at 20.
Not 21.
I don't know who was
yeah.
21 on that list. Maybe nobody, but fun. For the record, it's a long way to go. 40 is the all-time record.
Over halfway.
40, 49?
I don't remember.
I already don't remember.
I want to say 40 is Coffee. I don't know if he's
That's
the most.
Coffee's
though.
one.
Yeah.
Coffee is one.
Okay.
He has the most playoff goals in postseason history by a defenseman. So if it
was
really is 40, He's over halfway there now. And how many more playoff games do we think Makar's going to play?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, you think there's a chance. So, and I only bring Duncan Keith up because he was one of like the defining defensemen of the last generation.
Yep.
Well,
I think he won a Conn Smythe. Certainly won a Vezina.
He won a Conn Smythe.
not a Vezina, but
a Norris.
Yeah.
Thank you.
fuck, you can play net too. Who cares?
And was just an unreal defenseman, especially in the postseason. He was a monster.
Yep.
And he has like 80 some odd games played on Makar, and Makar just passed him.
Pretty good.
He's the best goal scoring defenseman in this generation.
It's not even fucking close, man.
It is not.
Yeah. Anyway. It's. I'll say it again. P.S. Go watch our interview with Wayne Gretzky. He called Cale Makar one of the best defensemen ever to play the game. So.
What does he know?
What's that?
What does he know?
Just a couple things about hockey. I don't know how much he actually knows, but maybe a few things.
59.
Cool.
All right, never mind.
Either way, Cale Makar can go score that many.
That's a lot of goals.
Well, by the end of these playoffs, Makar will have 35, so it'll be fine.
Damn, man.
Just going to score 2 goals every game for the rest of time.
That's a lot of goals.
Continuing to go through this game, and don't get me wrong, we talked about special teams. Those are extremely important. It's a big part of the reason why the Avs won this game. But they also won the battle at 5-on-5 tonight.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do both. You can get pretty far, I should say, entirely relying on your power play, but then you're the Edmonton Oilers. Eventually, it's going to catch up to you if you can't do it at 5-on-5.
Yeah.
The Avs did it at 5-on-5 too.
And you're not going to be perfect. You know, like that first. I mean, it's not perfect.
No, of course
but you're
not.
not. There's 2 teams out there, and they're 2 good teams. So you're never going to dictate play for 60 minutes if you're Dallas or if you're Colorado.
Yep.
So at some point, you got to cash in on your looks. You got to cash in on your execution. Tonight, Colorado did way more than they have the last few games, and there's a reason why they got up to 5 goals. And you got to make goaltenders make saves. You know what I mean? Like, so tonight you had to make Andre make saves, and
he didn't.
You know what? He did in the first, and then he cracked later on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know, and that, but if you don't create opportunities, or you don't create looks, or you're not going to cash in on your looks.
You can't score if you don't shoot it on goal. That's
Yeah.
just the truth.
I like their start. I like Colorado's start tonight. I like the Avalanche start the first 5-10 minutes. I just didn't like what they had to show for it. Like in a sense that there was one shot on there. You know what I mean? I was like,
the only real play that I have a problem with is the penalty kill goal that they gave up.
yeah.
The other ones, I don't love the turnover from Josh. It's not good, but shit happens.
It's terrible.
And the third one's a ridiculous tip from out high, whatever.
It really the first one really frustrates me though because it's lazy.
Again, it's bad, but shit happens.
It's a great play by Robertson too, though. You know, it's a poke, and he knows what he's doing. Josh should have known, should have felt the danger. It didn't happen. He didn't feel the danger. You know what I mean?
Manson's made too many of those mistakes in this series for me to feel any kind of way other than that's unacceptable. You got to knock it off.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. Josh Manson does need to be better there, but
I'm right.
There's a difference to me between a bad play like that and your entire team falling asleep on a penalty kill.
Oh yeah, that's way worse. I'm not even gonna. No, that's worse.
And
After
ultimately,
flipping a puck in
the
a
Avs overcame those issues in this game, so no need to dwell on them from our side. You're definitely taking a look at them on the video footage tomorrow if you're the Avs, but you got the job done on the whole in this one. So they made it work. I don't know. I want to get your thoughts on the Avs decor tonight. Obviously, Cale Makar was amazing. The rest of the decor as a whole, it felt like there was a lot they could clean up. You mentioned the Manson thing. You mentioned the Taves penalty. I don't think any of us loved Sean Walker tonight either.
He was bad.
So
Walker and Johnson together, bad.
Yeah.
And you're playing against a good team, and at the end of the day, reality is you didn't give up much. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't give up much, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
it's not a night where on the road, on an elimination game, you didn't give up much. And you're right. And then I didn't. That's why, again, I'm going back to the first line of the show, what you just said, which is there another level, right? You know, and that's part of it. I do believe the decor can play a lot better. So there is another level to the Avs game. You know what I mean? Not just to Mikko or Mac or whatever it is, but to the decor. There's another element to their gear, and it's pretty scary if they can get to that gear. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. On that note, make sure you're going and checking out the best game day snacks at Circle K.
Yes.
I would say my eater did pretty well tonight, given that I took kale. So things worked out there.
I mean, all of our eaters at least
They
nibbled.
did the job. They did the job, for sure.
They had to.
No one picked Lecky, so...
Like, he's like a given.
Sometimes. Make sure you go get your rewards with Circle K Inner Circle. Download with the QR code on screen right now. You can get signed up. You get 25 cents off a gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. And you can get a bunch of free, amazing game day snacks thanks to Inner Circle. If you don't have your QR code phone ready right now, make sure you go to circlek.com/innercircle to get signed up today. Including 69-cent Polar Pops and a bunch of other buy 5, get the 6th free deals on a ton of snacks. Once you've got all hooked up with your snacks, you're munching good and you're ready to go, make sure you also have the beer to chill with on the couch. Coors Light. The beer literally made to chill. The mountains turn blue right there on the can when you're chilling. It's the beer I reach for when I want to chill when it comes to Coors Light. Look, I had a couple on the watch along. Had a nice chill time. I mean, let's not lie. I was definitely super nervous for the majority of the game. But the Coors helped me chilled out a little bit. The Avs get up to a 2-goal lead, and I say, you know what? All right, we're vibing. We're doing good things. It's all good. And I got my Coors right next to me. You don't even have to get up off your couch to get Coors delivered right to your front door. Go to CoorsLight.com/DNVR, and Instacart will hook you up with a bunch of Coors Light. You also let them know that DNVR sent you over there when you use that code. So be sure to get on that with Coors Light. Go get yourself some today. If you don't want to get it delivered, they're all across the country and pretty much every single liquor store you can find. Make the most out of your times. You choose to chill and choose Coors Light. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast. Do we have the Bednar presser ready to go? Cool. Let's hear what Jared Bednar had to say about the game.
Nice.
The last couple of days, both Nate and Cale used the phrase multiple times. It starts with me. It starts with the top guys. What can you say about the performance from your top players tonight?
Yeah, it always does. I think, your leaders and your top guys, you hear it all the time, have to be your top guys. But then in the same breath, you don't want to just rely on your top guys all the time. But they're put out in situations to help you produce offense, and they're hard on themselves when they don't. I like that personally because they're holding themselves to a high standard. But I mentioned this morning to somebody else that it's still a group of 5 working for one another that helps create offensive opportunities for those guys and for other guys. It's not a one-man job or a two-man job to create offense, and I thought we were more connected tonight as a group of 5, working at the same time instead of 1 or 2 guys working and a couple guys watching. But they come up and play like their best game of the series, and they get rewarded on skill plays that start with hard work from the group, and then their skills allowed to shine, and then they were fantastic. Cale was outstanding, creating scoring chances not just for his line mates but for himself, beating guys one-on-one, and obviously Nate was the same way, and I mean, the power play steps up, tough go for a handful of games, but we win the special teams, and I mean, it's a huge response after goal 1, after goal 2. So it was a great team effort. Like, we were short a guy on the bench with Trennan leaving the game, and so we were running kind of 3 lines with a little bit of a mix, and guys did a nice job. They got into the game, they stayed in the game, they stayed disciplined.
Megan.
You used the expression that Dallas has a say in this series too, and I wondered where this game ranks for you in terms of what Colorado had to say in response.
Well, it was a evenly played game. It was a close game, and it's not the first one of the series. I know, hey, we haven't led, but there's, game 1's a 1-goal game, game 2's a 1-goal game, and this one's a 1-goal game. I think there's 4 1-goal games if you take the empty nets out of it so far in the series, and they played a good hockey game. We had they made some mistakes that we capitalized on, and we had some unforced errors that they capitalized on too. And but they still had a say in those goals against, right? Like, we have the turnover, the first one, and it's bang bang back of the net, and we had an option to rim that just to get out of trouble. We throw one over the glass, and their power play capitalizes, but it's after a handful of really good shifts from Dallas. So it's a little bit back and forth. You got to survive those situations. You got to bend, not break. And, we broke a couple times tonight, but so did they. I think I like it because it was a really resilient game from us. Go down twice and just stay with it. Don't give up on it. And that's probably the thing I like the most of it. They took some of the stuff we showed over the last couple days on the offensive side of it, and you can see steps in the right direction and a little more confidence and not so uptight and scared to make plays as we were in the previous couple games, trying to be perfect. Like, we played our game, we played with skill, we played with little pace. I don't know if it ranks as my favorite game of the series, but it's certainly a huge win for us.
Nick, and then Eric.
You mentioned Cale creating scoring chances for himself. The second goal is an example of that. Can you just describe the move he made to set up the shot?
Yeah, and I think he did that like 3 times. Like, he drove one right to the paint, and I don't know what it hit. I haven't seen it on replay, but he drove it right in there, all the way down to Ottinger. They did a nice job sort of picking everyone else up. To be able to recognize that and not just shoot it from distance after you beat a guy, to be able to drive it in the paint takes an elite level of patience and awareness and skill, and he showed that on multiple times tonight. And it's like they're doing such a good job getting in the shooting lanes. You can't, every one of our D or theirs doesn't have the ability to dance a guy in space and take it to the net, right? Like, it takes elite skill to be able to do that, and there's only a handful of guys in the league that can do it. And he ends up doing it multiple times tonight to create that scoring chance. So it's just high skill awareness, understanding your opponent, I'm sure, is part of it, and what they're trying to do. And so, great on him. That's what we need from him. Obviously, we need that now, especially where we're at in the series, and his skill shines through, and his competitiveness shines through tonight.
Eric.
For starters, is there an update on Yakov training?
Well, he wasn't good enough to come back in the game. It's not. I don't know if it's anything serious, but what's serious? Like, if he misses next game, it's serious enough, and we'll see. We'll see how he presents tomorrow, what kind of work the trainers can do on him, and we'll try to get him ready to go. And if he's not ready, we'll have to put somebody else in.
You guys enter the third period. It's 2-2, and your season's on the line. Just what does it do for you guys? Is it a little bit of a relief to get that goal pretty quickly and finally have them chasing?
Oh yeah. I think I definitely like to get that's the first lead of the series, even though it's been close for long periods of time. Then they got to push. We haven't forced them, throughout the course of the series to push and have to try and create. They're a smart, disciplined, well-coached, well-balanced, deep hockey team, and part of that is that you're allowed to be that more often when you're not behind. So it was frustrating because I thought we had a good first period. That turnover finally happens. Like we're talking and trying to make sure we're disciplined and pushing to try and get the first goal, but still defending the right way. And we haven't been able to get it. And we finally get it in the third period, so that helps. And you can see then, even though there's 18 minutes left, they have to get more guys involved in their attack to try and create. They can stay as patient as they would like to, but hopefully we're defending well enough throughout the course of the series that they're going to have to, put more guys involved in the rush and in zone play, and we're able to capitalize again. So I think it's huge to be able to get that, and it gives our team room to breathe. And they're disciplined group and resilient group. So you get the lead. I don't think the comeback goal rattled us at all. It was just like we got lots of time. We can keep pushing, keep doing the right things, and just stressing the right things on the bench. But they were bought into it tonight. It was a really good group effort.
Pierre.
And Mittelstadt scored that early third period goal. Can you sort of talk about the way he's fit in and the moments he's had? I mean, you can't just give up one line, obviously.
Yeah, and I think that's huge for him, right? Because he's, even earlier in the game, he gets that chance. They're walking in on the 2-on-1. He's kind of all alone and loses it off his stick. So he hasn't capitalized on some of his best opportunities. But he scores last game off the forecheck. He scores again tonight. Any offense that you can sort of chip in, it's just not easy to create. Even our top guys are having a really tough time because checking is something that all the coaches are stressing, and the buy-in from the teams are so high, especially when you get down to the final 8. He played a rock-solid game defensively, and he was able to chip in again tonight, which is just huge. I mean, it's been a huge addition for us.
Go ahead, back row.
Coach, I know it was 3-1 coming into tonight, but when you went back and watched video of it in these first 4 games, did it ever really feel that imbalanced to you, like you were that inferior of a team? No, it doesn't. But then you read stuff online, and it certainly feels like it is. It is what it is. It's about the results this time of the year, so I get the criticism, and I get when you win, I get the praise. It's well deserved, and you got to find a way, and it's just not always that easy. Even things that we think are tactically correct, you have to repeat them over and over enough to be able to get rewarded. Like just beating the pressure one time doesn't guarantee you goals, It's got to be often enough, and again, they have something to say about it too. And 4 1-goal games, and there's one that we let get away, and tonight we came out on the winning end of it, and we got to go try and do it again at home.
Last few, Kyle.
Jared, you split up Nate and Mikko on the top line. Just curious what you thought about the results of that tonight.
Yeah, no complaints. It was just, I was asked earlier why, and we weren't producing, right? We weren't producing enough to win, and I think as a coach you want to try and stay with it, let the team respond, let the line respond to whatever, tactical and systematic things you can give them, but at some point you might need to change it to get a spark, It's always a balance of just going to something new or changing it too early. They've proven in the past that they can come back from, and they might have had a great game together tonight, I don't know, but I did like both those lines. Drew he played a really good game 1 coming back from the injury or game 4, and in his first one, and he's had chemistry with Mack, so we put him there, and obviously they had a good night, and same thing with Mikko. Impactful plays, like he gets in on the forecheck on the dump, and good breakout, good dump, good forecheck to sort of create the Parise to, I think it was Gerard's shot that Mittelstadt scores on. So we're happy with the change, no question. Yeah, I don't think we can sort of look back and say we're not. We got the win. That's the most important thing.
Last one, Jesse.
Coach, we talked about the playoff atmospheres and the fans really getting into it. The broadcast showed a fan sitting by the bench trying to maybe resemble your likeness a bit. I just didn't know if you caught it.
I didn't. Yeah, no. I don't look around too much in the stands during the game.
Thank you, Jared.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
But Cale and Georgiev here shortly.
So there you go. A whole lot of thoughts coming out of Jared Bednar on that one, as the Avs have a Game 6 to go prepare for on that. Chat, you did give us over 300 likes here, so we got some more winner shots for you.
I was like, where is mine?
Cheers.
See, we got to use these tall ones. You don't spill these.
I know, I can't spill them as much. Go get your vitamin W, prescribed by Dr. Dubs, chat. Here's to you.
Woobly woobly woo.
So, what was overall a just solid all-around performance from Colorado? Overcome their mistakes, able to force a Game 6. Is there anything that you specifically want to see the Avs drill down on going into Game 6, or same story? Just play your game. It's an elimination game. Be who you are.
Yeah, don't you dare get swept at home in this series.
Yeah.
You've won 2 games in Dallas.
True.
You're going to have to win 3 to win this series. But don't you dare get swept on home ice. Don't you dare.
Learn from last year too, right? You know what I mean? Wasn't it 3-1? Then they went to Seattle. No,
it was 2-1.
Yeah, it was 2-1. Then they were down 3-2.
Yeah.
Then they went into Seattle in Game 6 and pushed it to Game 7.
Yep.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, so take that back.
Learn from the part in where they pushed it to Game 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
learn
I
from
know,
the
yeah.
part where it's score first.
Which they didn't do in that series.
They haven't done it in this series
They didn't
either.
do it in tonight.
Sick.
Change that recipe up.
Yeah.
Score first.
Hell yeah.
Do that by continuing to work hard. All that good stuff. We are brought to you by Volo Sports, the biggest social sports company in the country. You can go get signed up with Volo. Download the Volo Sports app today and use code DNVR3 to get $10 off your first 3 months of the Volo Pass. They have basically every drop-in and pick-up sport you can imagine under the sun. Basketball, baseball, bowling, lawn bowling, everything in between. Flag football, volleyball.
Volleyball and bowling at dominate. First rounder for sure.
I believe you on the bowling.
Oh, volleyball, I'm sick, buddy.
You were a
Played in LA
gamer.
for 3 years, buddy.
You were
Come
a
on.
gamer. Beach volleyball, though?
Yes.
We don't have beach volleyball in Denver, buddy.
Oh, shoot. I'm quick like a cat. I might not look like it, but I'm quick like a cat in the sand.
Go
Trust me.
check it out. If you're wanting to meet new people, Volo is a great way to do it. And you get unlimited drop-ins, pickups, tournaments, all that good stuff with the Volo Pass. So use that DNVR3 code on the Volo app and get that $10 off your first 3 months. Go enjoy some sports. You can even do it in any city Volo operates in if you have the pass. So jump on it with Volo. Get in with them today. And then when you got to go watch professionals play sports, make sure you're doing it with Game Time. I bet there are already deals popping up for the Avs Game 6 on Game Time right now.
Yeah,
you can
$12.
go $12. I don't think you're getting playoff tickets for $12.
Better jump on those.
Yeah, if those are available, go buy them right now.
No.
I don't think they guarantee you $12, but Game Time does guarantee you the best price when it comes to tickets. They have their section selector, which will save you money. You can get last-minute ticket deals, which will save you money. Tons of other options, too. They're so confident they even guarantee it. If you find tickets cheaper somewhere else, you'll get 110% of the ticket price reimbursed through your Game Time account. So sign up today with the DNVR code with Game Time. Download their app and get, $20 off your first purchase with Game Time. Can be Avs playoff tickets, can be Nuggets playoff tickets. Maybe you want to go get to a Rockies game while they're on a win streak. Bet you can get cheap tickets to Rockies games. That's always been the case. Do it with Game Time and make sure you're getting with them, even for concerts and stuff. They've got you covered. Alrighty, Super Chat season. $2 from DJ. I don't see a comment, but thank you very much. You gave another $5 to say, if Trenton can't go, how conceivable is it to dress Landy if only to park in front of the PP and maybe beat Ben's ass?
He's playing.
Holy bananas. I think the chances of them dressing Landy are close to 0%.
He's playing.
I'm not going to say 0, but close to 0.
He's playing.
I don't know. You'll be getting into a fight either. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, I wish my whole heart that AJ's right, but that's a wish.
He's going to do it. He's going to headbutt Jamie Benn on his first shift.
Get 5 in a game.
Get 5 in a game. We're going to give him the ultimate hero's reception before and after. He's going to go out like a gladiator, and then they're going to go win the game inspired by their great leader.
I love it.
$20 from Greg, who says, we all thought the boys were toast, but LFG 6 of 16.
God.
Yep.
Feels like we've gone through hell to get to 6.
Now you got to get 7. $2 from Craven, who said pretty decent.
That's what Studs and Duds will be tonight.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say. Not saying the piece will be decent. It's way better than that.
$2 from Miss Truly, who says, we live to see another day. Hopefully they
True.
do the same thing again on Friday.
No regrets. No regrets.
No regrets. $20 from Mary, who says, cheers to the Avs. DNVR is the best. Cancun Fund.
That is Marie?
Is it Marie? It is Marie. Sorry, Marie. I can't read. I'm like Eric.
I have 2 pairs of glasses on. I'm super visioned up.
$20 from Britt, who says, Avs finally get a win, and my husband was out of town. Well, guess we're breaking up. So I'm getting divorced now. Worst commercial ever. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I get it, but I don't get it. You know, of course I get it, but I don't get
Just
it.
like your husband can go to someone else's house to watch the game. You don't have to break up. It's fine.
It makes no sense.
None.
They're together for the other 15 playoff wins.
And
Anyway.
oof. Then the team loses in the first round the next year.
Yeah, right? That's what they were at?
Yeah.
Was the first round series? That's who Brandon Tanev was blowing a kiss to?
$5 from the Walrus, who says, back to ripping farts with no fear. Say a prayer for Game 6. Hope I don't paint my ruse on Friday. Hashtag in dry farts we trust. Hashtag Rudo boobs.
Do not trust any farts.
$10 from Acid Jockey, who says, have to head to work, so I'll finish watching later. Just wanted to say, great win tonight. Let's go, boys. And then $5 from Avalanche, who says, balls on the table.
They were.
It's a fun callback to a team that had done.
Truly. All right. Oh, did I miss one? One late one from Jacob, who says, it's like that girl jumping in the commercial. Dope. Yep, the girl that can definitely dunk.
She can. I've seen her.
I will admit that girl can dunk when Landy comes back. I will give it up, and I will concede the point that girl is actually dunking in the commercial.
By standing on the shoulders of giants like Gabe Landeskog. You guys got to stop doing this. Thank you for the late super chats, but you guys got to get them in on time from now on. This is the last time I'm going to read these late ones. $2 from Wilson. Nate Dogg, hat trick game 6. Oh, hat trick game 6. Please, hockey gods. And then $2 from Stefan, who says, let's go! All right. That's it. We're done here. We will be live tomorrow for an off-day show. Sure, we'll talk about the coming game 6, maybe around the league a little bit too. Should be a fun one. And then, of course, we'll be back Friday pregame, watch along, postgame for you. So keep it tuned to DNVR here. Like and subscribe. We're like almost to 80,000 subscribers. So I know there's some of you in here who aren't subscribed. It would help us a lot. Help us out a lot if you guys do subscribe. We appreciate y'all. And we'll be back tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.